Hi there, this is Jeanette from All Things Natural here in Middle Tennessee. Right now on our land we have approximately around 6 acres. We have 12 laying hens, we have 3 guineas that lay. We also have 4 dogs, so you might hear them in the background here and there, but we love them and they're a part of our family, so they will be a part of our videos. Right now we are looking to expand our livestock, so stay tuned. We also run an Airbnb here on our property, and so that way you can come and relax. Today I'm going to show you how to make the best vitamin C shot that I've come across. It's very cost effective, time consuming. It doesn't take very much time to make. In fact, you let it simmer for a couple hours and then you're good to go. There's only 2 main ingredients that you need. And the first one is, I use all organic. You can or you don't have to, would be lemons. I have 3 lemons that I use, and then grapefruit. I do know there are some, especially blood pressure medications, that state that you cannot have grapefruit. Okay, so I start off with water. So you're gonna need a total of, I use 10 cups of water. So I've got my 2 cup that I'm going to keep using, and I'm just gonna pour it on into my pot. Okay, so we now have our 10 cups of water. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that all the way down. Double burner I'm using, and I'm using right in between where it says low and the number 2. You definitely do not want this to go too hot because the water will tend to evaporate and within the juice, so we want to make sure that it's just at a low simmer. And then right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel my lemons. You only want the peels of the lemon, so I usually just kind of cut around my lemon. And then I'm not going to discard my lemon because I can use that, and I'm going to show you in another video what I save them for in my tea. So we're going to keep as much of the peel as possible. Once you have the peels, you're just going to place the peels into your water. I do kind of keep this edge here. Okay, so we're 1 lemon down. Okay, so I've got all 3 of my lemons now peeled and sitting inside of our water. So now I'm going to go over to my grapefruit, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get my peel for the grapefruit. Same thing with my grapefruit. I always keep my grapefruit because I don't like to eat the peel of my grapefruit anyway, so it actually serves as a good purpose because I can use the grapefruit peel as my medicinal, and then I have my grapefruit that I can eat. Or you can freeze dry it, and I can most definitely show that video down the line. Okay, so I've got my grapefruit peels. I'm going to stick that again into my water with the lemon peels. All right, so I've got my pot here, and that is with my lemon and my grapefruit peels with 10 cups of water. I'm going to throw my glass lid on top of my pot here. Again, my level is sitting in between low and the number 2. Again, you don't want it too hot, you just want it to simmer. And then we're gonna let it simmer for 2.5 hours. Okay guys, so it has been now the 2.5 hours on simmer, very low, with the lemon and the grapefruit peel. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from the stove. So I'm just gonna leave the lid on. Make sure the stove's turned off, just to make sure that the lid's on. Look like you've got plenty of juice. I'm gonna go ahead and stir it. And so you should have those nice chunks in there. And when we start to strain it and look at it, you will see that the coloring of the water. Okay guys, so we've let it cool down now for about 45 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and start straining out the peels. So I'm just gonna use my ladles. I'm on a spaghetti noodle ladle. And I'm just going to use a paper plate, and I'm just gonna start scooping out my peels. And a lot of that will still have some good juice in there too, so you can always, I'll show you how to squeeze some of that, and then you can always put some juice back in. If you do composting, you could save your peels and you could throw it into your compost. I do that sometimes, from time to time. And we are almost there. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taking some of these peels that have a good bit of juice left in it and just going to squeeze it back in. A lot of the grapefruit tends to do that, so you can squeeze some of that right back in. Not to lose any of our amazing vitamin C that we just made. And just do one last little scoop around to get any kind of bigger chunks out. It looks like we're pretty good. So that's what it's gonna look like now with the peel and the water that simmered for 2.5 hours. We have strained out the peels. There's all my peels. So basically now I've just got some containers lined up. I've tried to use glass jars. I found that the glass jars tend to they tend to break on me because I freeze them until I need them. That's how I keep it so long. So I found that the plastic containers work best for me. You could try whatever it is, comment below, see what works good for you. Again, I've tried the glass and it does tend to break on me. I've lost quite a few jars. So I'm just gonna use some good old Tupperware. I'm gonna grab my other ladle and I am just gonna start filling a container. Now I've got about 2 containers made right now. You can also use ice trays and fill the ice trays with this. And then if you are a person that would like to put this into like your water or another drink, you can certainly do that and use it as an ice cube, and it will go into your drink as a vitamin C uplift. I particularly just take shots. But you can most certainly do that and use ice trays and put it into your drink. exactly fill it all the way up. I do give it just a little bit, maybe about an inch, half inch at the top. And I usually get about 4 of these in, so I'm sort of at the end. I'm just gonna go ahead and start pouring in. See where I'm at here, okay? And I've just got very little left, so I'll just top off these others. That's why I usually leave a little bit of room, because I usually have just a little bit left. Okay, so I didn't need these 2. So these 4 are my new vitamin C shots. And so what I do is just put the lids on them. And then I will stick them in my freezer, and I will freeze I'll keep 1 in the fridge. And then I keep the other 2 in the 2 or 3 in the freezer, however much you can make out of yours in your tubs. And that is my vitamin C shot. Okay, so I've already have one that's already open that I'm using, so I'm gonna go ahead and freeze these 4, but I'll show you how I do it. You can do 1 to 3 times a day. I usually typically do it once in the morning. If I feel like I'm coming down with something, or I feel a little off or whatnot, then I'll take it a couple times a day. So I have a tablespoon, and I usually just kind of shake it up a little bit. And it almost looks like a lemonade. That's what it looks like, lemonade. And then I just do 2 tablespoons. I have a Dixie cup here. Some people actually do get shot glasses and actually take it as a shot. It is a little bit bitter. You can have a chaser if you'd like. It doesn't bother me. I'm so used to taking it. I just swig it and go. A lot of other people will, like I said, they'll put it in ice cubes, they'll put it into a drink, or they will have a chaser juice or something that they chase it down with. I personally am not needing any of that, so I'm just gonna go ahead. Cheers, vitamin C. And that's that. So I hope you found this video very helpful and interesting. I hope it'll give you some energy. I hope it'll help your skin. I hope it'll help your immune system. Vitamin C is amazing for your immune system. And like I said, if you compost, you can save your peels and you can throw that right into your compost. Your garden will love it. All right, Jeanette again from All Things Natural here in Middle Tennessee. Jesus saves. God bless you all.